Hello, hello, and welcome back to Persona 5. And, yeah, let's
Good evening.
do this thing. Yes, I will be a helper.
Thank you. I see. Very well.
Is that, an expression that translates over?
Everyone. I.
Yeah.
The most important thing is...
I guess you could say that, but mostly we're doing it because we are stupid teenagers lashing out.
However...
Shockingly, he utterly failed to, make that accusation. Hey, you've always... Anytime you've commented on the Phantom Thieves, it's been overall positive. I don't know that, it really qualifies as... art having been changed.
Alright.
Huh. It's already at rank 9.
Well then, I'll see you again.
And I'm pretty sure he has worked out that I am a member of the Phantom Thieves. See, we've done nothing the whole time about Majed, but the belief in us is still slowly increasing. It just doesn't really make sense. Alright, though. Judgment Day. I mean, if nothing happens, then that's proof that we work, but stock prices are going down. Alright, who was shorting the stocks? We'll learn who Medjed was.
Isn't today our deadline for dealing with Medjed?
God damn it. I still sleep too, that won't be... Okay.
There's something I came to do.
Okay.
Today's the day Wakaba passed. I do this every year.
That's
I've got a
an
couple.
unusual coincidence. Our deadline happens to be...
Mama reminds me so much of her mother. She's a smart girl. Doesn't just go with the flow either. Wakaba, your work and your kid were so fulfilling for you. Why'd you have to die so suddenly?
Yeah, why couldn't you plan that out better?
You saw me talking to that prosecutor, and I mean, that woman in the suit, right? I remember you were real bothered by it. She might come back, so I guess I should tell you about it. That woman was trying to get information on Wakaba's research out of me.
I thought she was getting information on Wakaba's research out of you.
You don't need to know what the research was about. Just know there was some trouble around it. Obviously, Wakaba got dragged into that as well. Now, they ruled her death as suicide. But I've got my doubts.
Doubts? Could she have been killed?
Supposedly, there were people who wanted to take her research and use it for their own benefit. Don't get me wrong, though. I don't have a lick of evidence. That's why I haven't told Futaba any of this. I don't want to cause her any more trouble.
Then you shouldn't talk about it
She had
at your
suspicions
coffee
of her
shop.
based on what she said in the palace.
Still, there's one thing I regret. It was right before Wakaba died. She told me, I think I might die. I
And
brushed it
you
off thinking it was
acted
just a joke.
No.
But if I had just taken her seriously,
Then nothing would be different.
that's another reason I took Futaba in. Redemption. She went through such horrible things. Those heartless adults just yelled at the poor girl. Hey, how do you heal emotional scars?
Do I look like a psychologist?
Sorry. Futaba?
It's cold.
Huh?
The coffee.
Can't sell this.
Never mind that. How did you get here?
It would appear she walked.
Walked?
She did walk, yes.
You're okay?
Was that bad?
That's not it. I'm just shocked to see you out of the house.
Because evidently that hasn't happened in
I'm sorry I worried.
a while.
It's all right.
By the way, what's the date today?
It's the 21st.
I feel like I'm forgetting something.
Could it be the fact
Oh,
that...
that's it. Let's take care of it now. Come.
Just right now, here, or are we going back to the Sakura house? I mean, making ATMs not work is not really actually taking anyone's money. It's just stopping them from getting at it quite as conveniently. Which does have some overlap. You can't get at your money. In some ways, you might as well not have it. And yes, back at her place.
Medjed. Now how do we cook them?
Given that I don't know what I'm talking about, you decide how to do
We
that.
don't have much time left. Are you sure you could do this? The kitty talked? Is this a dream? I'm going back to sleep.
No going back to sleep yet.
Get up! Say something!
And I couldn't act like I can't hear Morgana.
I guess it doesn't matter. Let's get cracking. You're just tapping away over there. Are you sure this will work?
Damn it, leave computers to the young people.
Futaba! I don't think she can hear me. Talk about intense concentration.
Or good headphones.
This place is so messy. I'm surprised she could focus at all. Futaba, you should really clean your room a bit. She's not listening. Oh,
Don't worry, neither am I.
Sitting around is boring. Let's clean the place up.
How did I get roped into this? And why would you start with dusting?
It looks a little better now, don't you think? Well, Futaba, we're done on our end. Are you finished yet?
Oh, of course he.
She can't hear a word I'm saying. Guess we'll just have to keep waiting.
Because she has her montage music on.
I'm done! What's up? Something happened? It's finished. Finished? What is? It's so clean. Why? We
Why? Why not how?
Did you really take care of Medjed?
I handled them, and someone else handled my room. I don't understand, but this is good.
Futaba? Hey, Futaba, what's wrong?
Really?
She's sleeping.
Just slept for a month.
Looks like it's been taken care of. I guess we should get home and sleep too.
Girl has serious issues, health-wise. What's going to happen is nothing because we won. Anything about that? Yes, no, maybe? Well, a text message. Wouldn't the news be covering it kind of as soon as it happens? Is Japanese news not on a 24-hour news cycle? I mean, it could be for the best for them, but... Actually, let me see if I can do this.
Oh!
Yeah!
Oh!
That is some kindness.
All right.
Whoa.
Still a bit of a klutz, but I'm building things up. What's this? Seriously? This is not helpful. People are surprised. And confused. And playing the pronoun game.
So you're finally up, huh? Don't slack off just because you're on summer vacation.
Hey, if I had my way, I'd sleep in this late when we weren't on summer vacation as well.
We've made ourselves at home.
Late last night, it was discovered that someone has tampered with the hacker group Medjed's website. The site's main page now displays what is thought to be the mark belonging to the Phantom Thieves. More so, the personal information of a Japanese man, a possible Medjed member, was illegally publicized.
Aren't these the guys people have been up in arms about?
Medjed has yet to issue an official reply. Furthermore, their previously announced cleanse of Japan has remained unimplemented for now.
What about that thing about the ATMs not working?
Series of events seriously and ultimately canceled their plan.
Yeah.
Yes!
Look how subtle we are.
What's smirking about?
Nothing. We're gonna win a bet.
I'm gonna drive away all my customers.
That's
After the
it.
commercial break, we will be asking guests from various fields about this turn of events.
Oh, will Akechi be one of them?
But there ain't any customers.
Can it? My customers are on summer vacation too.
Your customers are all school children?
Break's almost over. There are still 10 days left.
I want to go somewhere, but we can't just leave Futaba-chan alone.
Some things still concern me too. Like that research.
Are we whispering so he can't hear us? Because...
Oh, did you just get up?
Good morning.
No, not really.
It seems she's cautious of us.
Why does she trust me?
Go upstairs. If any customers come, she'll be even more afraid.
Why don't you go with him, Futaba? Have fun. It's about time my regulars show up anyway. So I don't want you guys loitering around my store.
The fact that there were no damages due to the hackers' actions is but an afterthought. The issue I want to make clear is the attitude of the police, and more importantly, the government.
What do you mean?
Well, they didn't do jack.
To find an effective countermeasure against these phantom thieves. Is it not the government's duty to create a society where its citizens can live without worry? Unfortunately, the current cabinet is powerless. As such, they should be disbanded. I believe
You are hijacking this show.
risk my political career in hope of making a new reality. A new political system that goes beyond parties or factions. An ideal country of peace and order.
Would it be a dictatorship?
Politician seems quite promising.
I have to agree. I hope he can work to ease the anxieties of the elderly.
What do you think, boss?
Hmm? Oh, sorry. I wasn't listening.
And let's talk about our next target, I guess?
So the Phantom Thieves only stole the heart of Futaba Sakura, and Mejid was in turn defeated by her real-world hacking abilities? This does correlate to the facts as we know them.
Of course it does.
Telling the truth, then Wakaba Ishiki didn't commit suicide. Did a
Well, that's just speculation at this point.
the goal of destroying her research? Wakaba's death was 2 years ago. That also coincides with when the incident started occurring. Does
But
the
I was out of town then.
that Madarame and Kaneshiro mentioned really exist?
I just want to be entirely clear.
Earlier, I
It
briefly
can't have
mentioned
been
about
me.
these psychotic breakdown incidents that have alarmed the public. All of a sudden, people will lose consciousness or become violent. A situation as incomprehensible as that can't be explained away as troubled social conditions. I suspect that these cases are all connected to a larger man-made plot. The method involved always muddled the explication, but your story has virtually confirmed its viability. Although I wouldn't have expected...
You've said my story is ludicrous.
Testimony. What did your group think of this other metaverse user?
I mean, sort of,
How
but
self-centered of you. The Phantom Thieves tamper with people's hearts without asking consent. How is that different?
I suppose I don't get to answer that.
No matter how you thought of them, there can be no doubting your resolve. Are those incidents because of you or someone else? Either way, I will get to the bottom of this.
But you're a prosecutor. I don't get it.
All right.
Now, let's move on to your next crime. Kunikazu Okumura. You should know who he is, considering what happened. Your testimony regarding this incident will be serious. I'm sure you understand why. Answer
No,
my
I
next
don't,
question.
because I don't.
What did you do to this
Yeah.
Okumura?
Excellent. Now we know more about what we've done, but I want to know about what we did in between now and when we talk about it. Now then.
To think, the cognitive version of a person would transform into such a horrible monster and attack us. That means our enemies aren't limited to shadows.
I think it should have let us play a riddle game.
Like the slaves at the castle or the walking ATMs.
Even though they seem to be alive, they're only part of the backdrop. The environment. In other words, the palace ruler...
Also, this group setup is unbalanced to account for the
I would
camera.
love to ask Futaba's mother how far along she was with her research.
Research, huh? She was looking into that cognitive science stuff, yeah?
If we put together all the information we've gathered up to this point, abuse of cognitive science can lead to death, and it may even relate to the psychotic breakdown incidents. Considering the cognitive aspect, I sense a strong connection between it and the metaverse. On top of that, the research might have been stolen and used by someone else.
You mean those guys that showed Futaba-chan the fake suicide note?
If that is the case, those people are unforgivable.
Hey, Futaba.
Quite douchey.
Anything else you can remember?
Actually, regardless, those people are quite douchey, but...
She is quite difficult.
That smell.
Come on, no fair.
What? You guys could go down and pay for food?
Can I snag a bite? Meanie.
Why don't we take a short break? I've been thinking, even if Futaba is a genius, could she really crush an international hacker organization that easily?
The one who taunted the Phantom Thieves was a guy in Japan. I knew the Medjed members in Japan weren't anything special, so I wasn't worried.
How do you know that?
Because I'm the founder.
Well, then I guess one of the members in Japan is somewhat special.
Take that literally? Yep, it was only me at first, back when I was referred to as the Hacker of Justice. But since I stayed anonymous, a bunch of guys from all over the world started using the name.
And those were the ones committing cyber crimes.
It was a hassle to expose all of them, so I just left them be.
Well, I mean, if you're the Hacker for Justice, it's still sort of cybercrimes.
True Medjed, and we were freaking out over some weak-ass dipshits? You should have told us from the start, Futaba.
I discarded the Medjed name a while ago. I'm Alibaba now.
But why are you always Middle Eastern?
What do you want to do now? Since you know our secret, we'd like you to join our team.
Okay.
Just like that?
This may even ensure our investigation of mementos goes along smoothly.
Yeah, I'm sure she needs no explanations of anything.
Well, Futaba's real amazing. She's gonna be a big help for us, huh?
Say, Futaba, how did you find out about us?
Secret.
Where did you learn to hack?
Secret.
Private.
Aw, man.
When did you obtain the nav?
I refuse to answer.
Futaba-chan sure is unique. Still, it'll be a problem if she doesn't open up to us some more.
Leader guy, you're in charge of this.
Normally with her.
What should we do?
Yeah, we're good.
That ain't gonna fly.
First, we'll need to help her open up to us. If we each spend an entire day with her, maybe she'll get more used to being around us.
Or maybe she'll come to hate us.
See, we do have the time thanks to summer vacation.
We can begin tomorrow.
Why don't we ask her if she's okay with that?
Plus, we got totally dried out in that desert.
That's a great idea! I forgot I hadn't gone to the beach yet.
Excuse me?
I'll come by tomorrow. See you then.
Y'all are assholes.
Let me help as well. I don't have anything planned.
Thanks. We can set a schedule with everyone else depending on when they're free.
Okay!
Can I really do this?
I mean, it will. It is doomed to be a disaster, but not necessarily because of you.
Stress is the enemy of beauty, you know.
How can I stay calm about this?
I understand how you feel.
Thanks to the incident with those hackers, people are calling us incompetent. And on top of
Woohoo!
that, thieves are claiming justice is on their side. Don't make me laugh.
Medjed was dealt with by either the Phantom Thieves themselves or some avid supporter. There are no tracks whatsoever, so they must be quite skilled. Either way, the general...
How would there be tracks? You don't know who Medjed is, except for that one guy.
Gaining support and influence much faster than we could have anticipated.
So...
It is indeed an abnormal situation. I'm beginning to suspect mass manipulation of some kind. It's even possible that a powerful person is behind them, plotting the psychotic breakdowns. If only I had realized sooner.
It's rare to hear you speak.
Yeah, your explanation is becoming less and less logical.
My justice. I won't forgive them.
Hooray. You know what? I think it's just best that I stay out of these conversations. Someone always manages the whole foot in mouth thing. And more texting. I don't know. More? Sure. I didn't actually think I'd be allowed to do anything tonight. But that's
Is this weather a result
cool.
of climate change?
Sure. Another day of hanging out and not getting anything to happen, despite the fact that I have a great story. What? No.
Well then.
I just have those because I had money. They were for me. And we're back here again. Hi, Igor.
Word with you. Stand up straight and listen closely, inmate.
It seems you freed the heart of a frenzied girl and saved her from her haunted past. Another step has been taken to rehabilitation. You are progressing quite nicely.
Our master bestows words of praise upon you. You'd better feel honored.
I feel like we've already had this bit of conversation.
Glorious information has
Different
been
words, but
A scientist's research. It seems that world may secretly be known after all. Furthermore, that very research has been stolen and is now used by the...
wait. That part is speculation.
I wonder how this will change the approach you take toward your rehabilitation. I believe I told you we would spare no expense in cooperating with you. Allow
Oh.
me to grant you a new power worthy
Can I get
of your
things out of the compendium for free then?
Though you
You're
are
sparing no
be
expense?
sure not to let your guard down, otherwise you may get swept off your feet.
Regardless. Thanks, 7.
All right.
We shall meet again in the near future.
Time to go, inmate.
I'm sure we will. I stop by the Velvet Room reasonably often. Well, I stop by a couple times a month. Okay, that is a big jump. That being said, about a third of the comments should still be against us. And that does not seem to be the case, but I guess having the thing spike massively and then drop back down a few days after won't help me, so fuck. I just did helping people. We're selling Phantom Thieves merch? Mishima, where is our cut of this?
Well then. Hey!
Yeah, and seriously, you guys are being terrible people.
Well then.
Yeah.
Oh?
We don't do ordinary. No Twinkies for Futaba, apparently.
Okay.
Why would you not rearrange them correctly? Seriously. You guys suck.
No!
Well, I'm glad everyone's getting along now. Good plan, Makoto.
See.
Right, right!
That's because those are never the right topics. Weather and food are topics that you talk about to fill time.
Man.
I predict tomorrow will also be a disaster. Yes, 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 yes. I feel like I should have thrown Yusuke under the bus. Okay. That's definitely too many W's. No, she's completely sloshed. You are the worst liar.
Damn it.
Well. Thought you were investigating. Yeah, and nature photographer in politics. That's an odd skill set.
Shit.
Crossover.
Sorry.
Yes, yes. We got a rank up, and not really much out of that, but a rank up. I don't think that's how getting sober works. I don't really drink much, so can't say for sure. But I'm willing to go out there and claim that, that's some bullshit.
Wow.
Yeah, but... Thank you, Ryuji. Ah yes, there's the panic.
Hey!
Well, with this many snacks, it would seem they plan on eating. Yeah, there we go. What happened to her strict diet?
Hey!
Oh yeah, actual scenes pay no attention to social link scenes.
Alright, let's go.
Uh-huh.
Man.
No, no one believes what you're saying.
What?
How suspicious.
Okay, that part is wrong, Morgana. They totally would.
Hey!
I could. I don't, but... It's killing Morgana for...
Well,
How about we get her opinion before we do something? Ooh, I can help you plan things to do to all of them. Yeah, okay, we're getting... Yas. I don't know, it does feel like the comments are somewhat more positive than the vote suggests it should be, but... You know... It's not like it's a poll of the Japanese public, it's the people who went to the site. You can't just use that line again. Oh, at least they're gonna call that out. Okay. All of you stop being involved in this, is what I am saying.
Okay.
Seriously, you guys are assholes. Sure. Let's... Yes. And sure, that qualifies as a place outside. Is there a curfew at these sort of parks? Please don't utilize your sense of taste while we're playing. That will just be slightly awkward if you start eating the ground.
Well then.
I do? What thing from this would she actually like? Just a second. I'm gonna check and see. Best confidant gift guide. There's some things I do want to look up, some things I don't. I don't know why. She would like this. Although that has a different name on this than it does on the other thing. Not sure why.
Thank you very much.
How much is that worth? Wow, that's like another not quite as helpful meetup.
Okay. Let's end here for today.
Regardless,
Well then.
let's work in the cafe and not get paid for it.
Huh?
Yeah, let's claim that's what happened. I'm not necessarily opposed to being a minion of evil, but I'd prefer to be a bit higher up than a minion. That's gotta be a localization thing. Also, ew. She's like 15 and he's like 40.
Hey.
Ah!
Jeez.
You know, you could probably make a themed coffee shop where everyone wore stupid helmet hat things like that. You know what? I don't care. We're calling it a mask? Okay. Yeah, I'd prefer not. We'll overlook some details. Because I just want this conversation over.
Man.
Yep, some confidence, that's nice. What do we have going around? Wow. Straight to another, okay.
A weekly magazine reported that Kuromoto was the real culprit in the fund's misappropriation case. Old man Kuromoto will likely be forced to retire from the political world. The police can't do anything because it was 20 years ago. But he has a moral obligation. I hear his grandson
Or he could hold up his actions and show repentance. I don't know.
Influence. Or perhaps it's just the party's way of atoning. Now it's all up to me and my abilities.
When's your speech gonna start, Tyranosuke? We can't wait!
To think that people would be excited to hear me speak. The article mentioned I didn't want the real culprit to be named, even though I knew.
Then yes, it's fairly obvious who is behind the article.
For having quietly accepted a false charge for 20 years. I didn't intend for any of this to happen, though. I appreciate that someone like you, who's been watching me so closely, would say such a thing. I've struggled for the past 20 years, but I can put that all behind me after the election.
Wouldn't it be tragic if he lost anyway?
I should get started. Today will be the last day I'll request help from you, a member of the Phantom Thieves. I don't intend to meddle. Everything I've told you has been based on assumptions. But if you're still willing to listen...
I'll listen as long as I don't have to admit to anything.
Because the time is now. I can't think of anything else to teach you. You are now an expert on giving speeches. I taught you all I know about the art of public speaking, in return for you supporting a guy like me. And over time, you became...
When are the elections in Japan?
Thanks to you, I was able to overcome my crisis these last few months. I will strive for the royal road of politics, thinking of you as you walk down your own path. But if you ever find yourself in harm's way on your journey, we'll be comrades who reform the world together.
I don't want a giant Wikipedia page on everything.
I am thou, thou art I. Thou hast turned a vow into a blood oath. Thy bond shall become the wings of rebellion and break the yoke of thy heart. Thou hast awakened to the ultimate secret of the sun, granting thee infinite power.
House of Representatives... Huh. So it's not exactly straightforward on when the election will necessarily be.
Alright.
And I have maxed out a social link.
I'm sure you will accomplish everything you set out to do. Thank you for everything.
And obviously still can't take screenshots because Atlas won't let us.
The speech is about to start.
I cut my date short so I could watch this, you know?
Was your date lame?
Have something they aspire to do? I met a certain young man. Through a method that differs from mine, he was trying to reform the world.
The method of magic.
That is a very large mountain to cross. Unfortunately, I am unable to travel the same path as him.
And seriously, what does the sign I'm holding say?
However, I will not say goodbye, because we will surely meet at the peak. He is desperately doing what he aspires to do. So I encourage you all, please find what it is that you aspire to do. And I will support you, because that is what I aspire to do.
Way to go, Tyrannosuke!
I believe in you!
You're like 6 feet away from him. You don't need to scream, lady.
All right.
Okay. Rank 10. Phantom Thieves targeted people for being annoying. We'd have to target our own team. Yeah, when the public likes someone, that means they must be doing the right thing. Like that one artist guy everyone loved. What was his name again? Stupid public.
Well then.
Now I'm sure our free day will be ruined. Then you shouldn't have these conversations in group chat. And I'm sure they're scheming something evil and not as nice. Oh god, we've turned into a pickup line. The game's calling it out and ruining my commentary. And also, yes, comments section that was on several seconds ago. Our fanbase is like a creepy cult.
Yep. Hey, wait!
Yeah, has anyone bothered explaining Morgana to her? We haven't really gotten to
I'm sorry.
notice any of that happening. Okay, what suspicious thing are you guys doing? That suspicious thing.
What?
Where? Okay.
Incredible.
Ah, we're going to get kicked out. Yeah, that would solve the problem.
Oh.
Go for it, Ryuji. You're in charge of getting beat up. Ah, he's too clever.
Yo.
So what you're saying is she's going to sunburn instantly. She's secretly Irish?
I owe you one.
Now what? Yeah, also, there's been a lot of rain. So, going to the beach, there's some potential problems there.
Nice.
And we will see if those crop up later, but for now, bye.